Bryan Mbeumo medical today at Carrington, and I think he'll obviously pass the medical, and that's what you're obviously going to be discussing on today. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, yesterday, after the hearing of Bryan Mbeumo was really announced, we went ahead to obviously getting a story from David Austin, a man who was responsible for announcing that the deal is done and agreed. He told us that Bryan Mbeumo expected to undergo medical this weekend ahead of completing transfer from Brentford to Manchester United. Agreement reached between Man United and Brentford FC yesterday after weeks of negotiations. Deal for 25-year-old with a maximum of £71 million. That's what we got in through from a man known as David Austin. And today, Fabrizio Romano has come up and told us that Bryan Mbeumo set for main formal steps as United player with medical today. Contract until June 2030 plus option until 2031 to follow next ahead of club statement. So that's what we have from Fabrizio Romano, and he's telling us that the medical is here to happen today. And even Jacques Ben told us that Bryan Mbeumo undergoing his United medical this weekend ahead of signing a 5+1 year contract. So the medical is on today, and guess what? Nothing is obviously gonna really stop anyone to obviously get this over the line, because the deal is one of those that has been highly anticipated, and the club of Man United has obviously gone ahead to obviously push and see to it that obviously comes to pass. And the medical is really one of those most important aspects of the deal, because they have to test your inner organs, the lungs, the heart, the kidney, pancreas, the brain, and so on and so forth, the liver. Then they have to obviously go to the outside of you, and they obviously go in for testing the joints, your thighs, your hamstrings, your ribs and everything, and then your mental test, So that's how the medical is really on. But I know Mbeumo has been known an injury-prone player, meaning that has been injury immune, and he's obviously going to be one of those players that United will fly with to the US anytime from now. When they leave Sweden, I know they're obviously going to be returning to Carrington, and then later they look to flying to the US, where the Premier League series will obviously be there. I think we're going to be playing some bit of West Ham, Everton, and some other team. 3 teams are what United will play there. Then after playing those 3 teams, United will fly back to the United Kingdom to obviously play Fiorentina, a game that I believe United scheduled to obviously do a farewell for a player known as David De Gea, because he left in a very, very ugly way as a goalkeeper for the club of Manchester United. So as it stands, we are here to obviously wait and see how things will obviously pan out, and see how the club of Man United will obviously put in a very big shift for this deal to obviously get done and dusted in a nick of time. And I know that Monday, I think the deal will be announced, or tomorrow, and Mbeumo will be up and will be knowing which shirt number he will be putting on. That is Bryan Mbeumo. So that is it for the club of Manchester United and the medical of Bryan Mbeumo today. And as he's undergoing his medical, the club of Man United is playing a team known as Leeds, promoted into the Premier League. And the lineup of Manchester United that came in through at first was all about the following. United had Bayenda in goal, Mazarawi, Matthias De Ligt, and Luke Shaw. That is the back 3. Then Diego Leon went ahead of his level as the left wing back, Amad Diallo right wing back, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes playing in the double pivot. Then Toby Collier and Cunha as the two number 10s, and Chido Obi Martin went ahead to obviously lead the line for the club of Manchester United. Then the manager went ahead to take off all those 11 players, and guess what he did? He brought in the following. Darlow came in, Harry Maguire came in, Mason Mount came in through, Rasmus Hojlund came in through, Patrick Dogo came in through, Lenny Yoro, Tom Heaton, Manuel Ugarte, Aiden Heaven, Taylor Fredrickson, Kobe Mainoo, and Bendito Mantato. Those came in through to play part into this beautiful game of football for the club of Man United. First game of the preseason, and I don't want to see very many people coming in here and obviously having something to say about it. But obviously, you don't expect him to look good on his first game that they're really playing, because they haven't gone ahead obviously get that much fitness, and they're really fighting to see to it that they obviously get fit on the day. So for we, as the fans, we know our second game has to be looking better, because this one hasn't gone ahead to be looking better, and the third one will be looking far much better. If you've been following up what has obviously gone ahead to be happening in the previous pre-seasons for the club of Manchester United. So United will fly back, I think, today, and then they'll fly to the US. But as they fly to the US, I think the technical guys will obviously stay in England, trying to see to it that they finalize a deal for the player. Fabrizio Romano says United is going in for a striker. That's what Fabrizio Romano is obviously telling us. But personally, I think United needs a midfielder next. I've always been hesitant about it. If they're trying to bring in a striker, it's up to them, you get? But I want to let you know that a midfielder has to be coming in through. He has to be on the list and has to be looked at. And I know in the due course of this, United will obviously do the needful and see to it that all this comes to pass. So the Bryan Mbeumo medical is on, and when it's done, I'll be letting you know why or whether it's going to pass the medical, and I'll be here to obviously bring you more and more stories about this. But 81 minutes played, United versus Leeds 0-0, but I think the second fielded side has gone ahead to obviously look good. And one of the things that have gone ahead to excite me is Melia, the goalkeeper of Leeds. You know, he was one of those that United was looking at to sign, and he went ahead obviously go back with Leeds, and thankfully he's back with Leeds, and he has gone ahead to make some beautiful saves for the side of Leeds, and he has grown into a good big man, because I think by then he was 18 years of age when he was really playing as a goalkeeper for Leeds. But thanks to Melia, and he's consistent, and I know he's obviously going to be becoming one of the big goalkeepers in the world, and I know this time around he won't obviously fail to get in another big team where he's obviously going to be playing at. That is Melia for you. So their number 10 has been really superb according to me, and I think he really deserves the kudos, you know. But a debut for Diego Leon, a debut for Matheus Cunha for the club of Man United, not all that impressive, but I cannot obviously go hard at them, because I know what it means to obviously play your first game of the pre-season. Oh my God. Rasmus Hojlund going in for your header, but it couldn't obviously find the back of the net. But it's a very good cross coming in from Diego Darlow, and it looks like the defender went there first, you know. But it was a very good run by Rasmus Hojlund into space, and those are things that I know he's good at, you know. And all we need is to obviously get pressure off him, and the rest will be history. So I sign out for now. See you later, and thank you for watching in this channel, and keep it United Matters channel. More stories are obviously going to be coming in through, because I know you guys are really eager. I won't obviously come to react about this game. It has been boring, and I don't see any huge aspects obviously seeing about this game of football. I'll go on TikTok and obviously do a 1-2 minute video about this game. I'm out.